Ah, come gioca Vasilije! Ah, come gioca Adzic! For the people who are from Italy, you know that I'm referring to Maurizio Mosca. For the people not coming from Italy, you probably don't know what I'm speaking about. Well, I'm speaking about Maurizio Mosca, a really famous Italian journalist that passed away that years ago, was referring to Del Piero. Ah, come gioca Del Piero! Ah, how Del Piero is playing, how great Del Piero is. Well, was he lying? Absolutely not. He was totally correct about Del Piero. Well, I watched the next-gen games with an assist and a goal of Vasilije Adzic. I'm super happy. We'll speak about that. We'll also speak about the possibilities, because there is a possibility that Kolo Muani stays with Juve even longer than these 6 months. We speak about the upcoming game of Champions League on Tuesday against PSV, who can sit possibly on the bench, who can start the game, and much more in today's video. So Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Maximum of like, don't wait any second. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm sure that for the people that are watching this channel, they will be happy. And probably, maybe, who knows, maybe Adzic is watching the channel today. Adzic, if you're watching, hello. Put the maximum of like, also for you. Also for you, especially today. We are speaking about the next gen that won 2-0. Really beautiful game, especially the first half. Beautiful for the ranking and also a record, because since the existence of Juventus Next Gen, about that project that was formerly called the Under 23, we never had 11 positive results in a row, which is a miracle. If you are looking at a few weeks ago, a few months ago, where Juventus was really fighting for avoiding the relegation zone, at a certain moment we were even 20th on 20th. We are at the moment with a fantastic remontada, thanks to 9 wins and 2 draws, 12th in the ranking, flirting, kissing with the possible playoffs. Playoffs, you know it, with a lot of teams, extremely complicated, 10 or 12 games to maybe have the dream of going to second division, which is not the main objective of Juventus Next Gen, but of course it was also not to be there in the bottom part, fighting for relegation. So big word of Brambilla, but also big work from the players there. And today, I was extremely curious to watch the next gen, because I love how they are playing. I already had an immense opportunity to meet a few of the next gen players. Also the coach, I had an interview with the coach last season or two seasons ago. So I'm a bit attached emotionally with that team, and I'm happy when they are doing well. And of course today there was Adzic that was playing. Adzic, fantastic today. He played 59 minutes. He started the game in a 4-2-3-1. Playing a bit more on the left to start the game with, and of course having the possibility to go a bit more centrally at a certain moment. Guys, 19th minute of the game, so we didn't have to wait really long. There is a fantastic triangle in the middle part of the field, the central part there, where he's going. Guerra, 8 goals this season. Guerra, pass to Vasilije. Vasilije with a beautiful backheel pass immediately. Tac, Guerra with a fantastic, beautiful goal, 1-0. And then towards the end of the first half, you have Vasilije that is taking his responsibility, like he already did with the first team, to take that free kick, ball on the ground. It was a bit more on the left side of the field, so he's going with his right foot. Boom, the first post, the goalkeeper was beaten. But not only the goal and the assist, beautiful game, beautiful personality. I'm super happy for Vasilije. You know it, we spoke about it a few days ago. There was the possibility of other teams that were interested in the player from Montenegro, 18 years old, were together with the club, with the Bianconeri. They decided to keep him, to continue to train with the first team, to be there on the bench, and also having the possibility to play a few minutes, maybe in Coppa Italia, maybe when there is the opportunity to do so, but especially to continue to train with huge, big players, with champions, to have that culture of Juve, especially for next year when the season starts, so that he's already used to this way of training with higher intensity, to have these minutes that he's also needing. Well, he was sent today to the next gen team. Fantastic performance, maturity. You see that it's a player from another category. Let's not lie. It's another player. It's a player from another category. I really want to continue with come gioca Vasilije. The first of many with a black and white shirt. You started today scoring with a third shirt. Vasilije with the number 45. I'm waiting for you with the number 17. Vasilije, if you're watching this video, and if you want to, of course, if you're not too shy, I would love a mini video from Vasilije saying, Ciao Juventini of the world. Send it to me, please. Vasilije, if you are watching, of course. We continue with the other players that I love, because it's not only Vasilije against all the other players from Benevento. Benevento that is fourth. They start fantastically well the season. They have a bit of problems at the moment. They beat us in the first game 4-1, but I loved a lot of players like Daffara. You know that they have a soft spot for our goalkeeper, Giovanni Daffara. He's huge. I met him at a certain moment. I met him when he was going out of the shower. Was dressed, guys. That's what I was speaking about. In the hotel in Crotone, and we were speaking to each other because I had also the opportunity to interview him. Daffara, fantastic. At a certain moment, he's saving a goal, guys. The possible 2-1. Beautiful. Turicchia, that I'm super happy that he's back home. He's giving a lot of support there on that left part of the field. And then Gil Pucce, that is a player, guy, that started the season with the Primavera, a player that, because of injuries, also there, with the next gen from our center backs, is playing as a center back now, as a starter there, and bravo. You know, I don't want to exaggerate, let's not exaggerate, but, guys, in the physical aspect, the way that he's playing, he's reminding me a bit, Heisen. What a player. What a beautiful Gil Pucce, Daffara, Turicchia, Adzic, and then you have a Simone Guerra, of course, that is banging goal after goal of the goal. Beautiful, beautiful performance from Juventus Football Club. At a certain moment, I also want to mention Livano Comenenza that entered in the second half at the 77th minute, I believe. A fantastic, beautiful save to avoid again the 2-1. Not a beautiful second half, honestly, where we defended, but we showed also that we were able to be solid. Not a lot of time we have that opportunity. Ragazzi, now calma, because I start reading already online in our beautiful Telegram group. Adzic is bigger than Koopmeiners. Calma. We are speaking about Koopmeiners. Is one of the best midfielders of Serie A since he arrived in Bergamo, Atalanta, which he was not able yet to translate it with the black and white colors. Calma. First of all, they are not even playing the same position, so we are speaking about things that doesn't even exist. So calma. Koopmeiners, is it a problem? Yes, absolutely is a problem. I believe he feels it, he knows, he's absolutely aware of the really difficult moment for him. It's a player that is here. We know it. We first were blaming also partially Thiago Motta for the position that he was playing as a number 10, because we were not playing vertical and central. But whatever, even in the last game, he was not playing well. He was not playing well in a more retro position, more, like a defensive midfielder also there, totally goes that not looked for his teammates. It's really something that is there, playing in his mind. So Koopmeiners should do much better. Am I giving up on Koopmeiners today? No. Do I believe that he should be on the bench for a few games? Absolutely yes. For the people that are asking, Beppe, what is your opinion about Koop? I spoke about it yesterday in that post game of Como. I don't want to repeat too much for the people that already watched the video, but yeah, he probably deserves a few games on the bench, and probably that's why we are going to. We are going towards Koopmeiners on the bench against PSV, but I will come back on the possible lineups or first rumors that are coming from La Continassa. There is a name that is linked to Juve if we are speaking about Calcio Mercato that never sleeps. Mercato is totally crazy, that yesterday came out of nowhere. Juventus interested in Lookman from Atalanta. Lookman that is at the moment injured. I love the player. He's a fantastic player. Calma. Jeremy Boga, Mattia Caldara, Gagliardini, Castagne, Andrea Conti, Robin Gosens, Dejan Kulusevski, even if Teun Koopmeiners, Rasmus Højlund, all players that left Atalanta of Gasperini and were never able to find success immediately in other teams. So I would pay attention to overpay players that we don't know. Calma. Atalanta, Fiorentina, I would wait a bit. Let a bit of season go before speaking about these names, guys. I believe there are other players. No? I believe so. I'm not sure. Anyway, we go towards the other topic of the video. Tutto Sport is going with Kolo. Tu resti qui. Kolo Muani. Kolo, tu resti qui. Kolo. És tu aqui? No. Kolo, you stay here. You stay here is the big title of Tutto Sport. Con virgolettate, which means that is actually kind of paraphrasing from someone and probably going into the mind of Thiago Motta, going into the mind of Cristiano Giuntoli that wants to keep the French player sotto pressione, under pressure for Corriere dello Sport. But we see also here, you know that I always love to see multiple sources to understand if yes, there is something concrete or not. With Corriere dello Sport that is saying Juve, Kolo Muani, il PSG fa il prezzo. Juve, Kolo Muani, Paris Saint-Germain is putting the value, is putting the price. Since yesterday, a lot of voices, Nico Skira, etc., are saying that Juventus, they really want to sit at the table with Paris Saint-Germain to rediscuss. This is something that here on the channel, I always told people that were telling me, Beppe, it's a lone player. Don't get too much attached. Beppe, it's a lone player. What are we doing? Beppe, there is not even the possibility to have him next season. It's just 6 months and then he's gone again to Paris Saint-Germain. I always told you calma. Because in these initial talks to have Randall at Juve, there has always been the possibility to rediscuss, to sit at the table, to maybe even thinking about a loan, another loan, a 12-month loan. This time, of course, with an obligation to buy. Tuttosport today and Corriere dello Sport are going toward that direction. So what could be the scenario for Kolo Muani? That Juventus and Al-Khelaifi, Campos, they will sit together, they will speak to each other and will say, okay, at the end of the season, what we can do is, of course, taking the entire part of the salary that is quite high. Yeah? At the moment, if we would go for the total value of the player plus the total salary, probably is out of parameter, 9 million euro. This is what we are speaking about for the Frenchman. But if you're able to take the entire salary for you, a loan that you pay, of course, a bit, and then an obligation to buy at the end of the season that could go towards the 45-50 million euro, so that it's not going in minus valenza for Paris Saint-Germain. That can be an opportunity that is really beautiful. Juventus, they want to anticipate as fast as possible, even if you cannot put black on white the new agreement for next season. You will have to wait on the 1st of June 2025, but already having a verbal agreement on that could be nice. Because we know it, if he continues to bang goals and to bang performances like he's doing at the moment, probably there will be another team that will go with una valigetta full of money and saying, here is the money, here is the money. We know it. And if he accepts, there is nothing that we can do. So pay attention for that. Is he sure that he will stay at Juve? No, but the intentions are there. One that is really risking for next season, but also for this season, is like we saw against Como, Dusan Vlahovic. You know that my main source of information about Dusan, and to understand a bit where the wind is blowing, is Gazzetta dello Sport. Gazzetta is going with Vlahovic tutto in un mese. Dusan Vlahovic, everything in 1 month. With the Dusan Vlahovic looking at the grass, totally depressed on that picture. It's a significant picture that they chose today. Al bivio con la Juve. We are shaking with Juve. Dusan in this month will play not only the starting spot, but also the future at Juve. Tuttosport is going with clear message, without playing with words. They are saying, or he renews, or he leaves in the summer already. When will they sit together? The parts in the month of March. You see, it's always a bit postponed, always a bit postponed. So let's see what will happen there. Speaking about the first rumors from La Continassa about who could possibly start against PSV, in the midfield, we are speaking about a duo that could see Kefren Thuram and Douglas Luiz, with Locatelli and Koopmeiners on the bench, the two players that went out of the field around the 65th minute, I believe, will go out, and the two players that entered the game against Como, Douglas Luiz and Kefren Thuram, will start. Look, I believe that if Koopmeiners will be on the bench, we are really speaking about this time meritocracy, especially for Kefren Thuram, and a smart choice, a really smart choice. It's a game that we need to win, guys, because then we play a week later in their home. Not that I'm against Coop, you know that I have absolutely no problem with him as a person, and I really want him to perform really well, so I will be extremely patient also this season, but at the moment he's not performing, and staying on the bench in an important game like that could also be important for him to have clear ideas and to come back stronger. Or just come back strong, or just come strong. Yeah, come strong. Now, because come back stronger means that he was already strong. No, come strong. We wait for Cope, but Kefren Thuram, Douglas Luiz could be a right choice, yes or no, depending on Douglas Luiz. That if Douglas has a month to prove himself about that contract extension, where Douglas Luiz has a few months, not many more, to prove himself that he can stay at Juve, because also him, we are speaking a lot about Koopmeiners, but also Douglas Luiz this season didn't work out at the moment as we wanted. Conceição could start the game, and also Veiga, 21 years old, that is really impressing more and more people, could start the game. PSV this weekend, they did 1-1 against Willem II, but pay attention if you are looking at the momentum. I believe they played for 85 minutes into that game with ultra pressure. they were not able to capitalize on that 1-0, so they did 1-1. So pay attention, because it's a team that, yes, it's true, is a bit in a dip, but is strong, is solid, and it will be a different game than the 3-1 in our home. I hope you enjoyed that video. Let's put a maximum of like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Grazie, forza, Juve.